Hello, welcome to part 4 of our regular expressions tutorial. Today we are going to continue from where we stopped, and today we want to write a regular expression to validate numbers with decimal points. Alright, so I gave you a shortcut that /d represents numbers. So at this point, if I try to enter 89, it validates. Okay, /d a decimal number. Okay, if I enter one single one, it validates. To make it to be more than one, it can be one or more. One or more, it means you use a plus sign. Zero or more, it means you use a dollar sign. So this is one or more. So in this case, if I enter 87, it validates. If I enter something that is not a number, it validates to be false. Now I could enter 67 plus this. It would tell me false because it has a decimal point. But now I want to validate for numbers that have decimal points. Alright, so how to do that? First, I'll use this to represent the first part of it is this. Now the next part will be decimal point, okay, followed by a number, another number, okay, and then close. So let's see, at this point it says the first part followed by decimal point and another number, and then if I validate, it validates true because now I have decimal points is being validated. Okay, let's look at this carefully. So here it says one or more, meaning that we can have any number of values in the first part. Now in bracket we have dots and another decimal number, meaning that you can just use one dot without the decimal number. Let's try to use dots and end it there. It validates false. So we put dots and also another decimal number in brackets to show that you can't just use dots. If you are using dots, it must be followed by a decimal number. Now let me show you something. If I say 0.54, it validates false. Why? Can you guess why? Because these parts after the decimal point, we will need to work on it. Now this D here has to be one or more. So remember, one or more means what? You need to add a plus sign. So at this point you have one or more. Right, so this validates true because they have one or more. Validates true. Now let's remove the decimal part and see if this will validate. It validates true. But now we don't want to validate just integers, we want to validate just decimal numbers, so that we will validate this. But if it's just an integer, it will not. Okay, so sorry, let's check. It validates true. It validates false. Okay, so at this point I will explain what is happening. So we are going to end this tutorial at this point, and then we'll start in the next part. We'll try to solve this problem encountered in this place.